Thank you for subscribing my channel. Please subscribe and like. Now back to the news. Residents on a Millionaire's Row in London are divided over one owner's plans to link two houses with a wavy glass tunnel. Mansur Namaki wants to link his Great Eye-listed Regency villa, which was designed by James Burton in 1828, to the Mews house that also sits on the land. He has hired Gherkin tower designer Ken Shuttleworth to design a striking glass walkway that will join the two properties in the Regents Park conservation area. But the design of the tunnel has caused upset with conservation trustees. Camden Council previously refused to grant building consent, and Mr. Namaki is now waiting for a decision on his appeal. According to the council, the walkway's sculptural form would be a deliberately striking intervention which would overcompete with the architectural forms of the historic building, and would demand attention. Richard Simpson, chair of Regents Park Conservation Area Advisory Committee, told Mail Online, "We asked the council to reject it and they did. Now we are waiting for the appeal decisions. It's a very interesting house historically. This walkway would be a completely inappropriate addition both in terms of its scale, as it is 2 stories, and its design. It's exotic curvy glazing which is really quite inappropriate. We were also concerned about climate change. Should we be building glass houses? There are overheating concerns. We should all be setting an example and taking the climate crisis into account. It's possible that an application for a walkway could be accepted. We are not saying he can't, as several others have, but they should be much more modest. The buildings need to be respected." In a report, Historic England said the traditional separation of the Ville and Mews would be eroded by the walkway. It added, "Its waved form, which curves over the window on the rear elevation of Gloucester Lodge, is architecturally at odds with the orthogonal planning of the rest of the terrace. The resultant clash of forms, and the protrusion of the building into the courtyard, is likely to lack context or subservience to the Great Eye-listed building." Historic England considers the result to be a harmful intervention to an otherwise highly significant historical composition. While some residents on the street were sympathetic towards Mr. Namaki's planning battle, others say he should know better than to go up against the tight planning rules around listed homes. One pro-Camden Council resident said, "The rules are there for a reason. These houses are listed and the rest of us have to abide by the restrictions. If Historic England has refused to approve it, then they will have valid reasons for doing so. The plans are in keeping with the architecture. If he wants to build something modern, he shouldn't have bought a listed home. They are very strict in the conservation area about what can and can't be changed.